My beady eyes, even without my glasses.
Right, okay.
Right, now it's recording. So hello everybody. Hello, here and everybody not here. So let's just make our space. Let's just start circling our arms. Nice deep breaths, focusing on fully inhaling through the chest, through the diaphragm, slightly engaging that core, just starting to open up through the shoulders. And then circle forwards, nice big circles, full range of motion. Nice deep breaths. And then let's get into our stance and on our toes. Let's just start nice and light, making sure we're relaxed through those shoulders, we're not tensing them up. We can clench the fists, but we're not squeezing hard or anything. We're just keeping it relaxed. Just starting to move with that breath. And then let's go picking those knees up slightly, punching out in front. And then kick your bums. Nice. And back into that stance. And then into star jumps. So gentle pace, steady for you, but full range of motion. So all the way up, all the way down. Breathing nice and deep. Starting to increase that cardio slightly as we warm up. And 5 squats. Nice. Making sure those weights in the heels, like we're sitting on a chair, and back up. And then back in that stance. And then let's just practice our jab cross while warming up. So on your toes, and then left, right, pull it back, making sure you're twisting like you're squishing a bug through that hip, back, relax, in between, 1, 2, hands come from the chin, straight down the middle like we're punching someone in the face, pull it back, straight down the middle, pull it back, with that twist, wants to come back to the chin as quick as it went out, so no holding it out and slowly bringing it back if you're throwing the punch, and relax in between. And let's do 10 squats. So not too fast, go at your pace and what you can manage, working at a level that's suitable for you, building your fitness up here, taking part, that's what matters. Thinking about it's great, but being here, doing it together is what's important. And then back to relaxing on those toes. And then we're going to add on. So this time we're going to go jab, cross, pull it back, hook, hook. So 2 straight punches, down the middle, punch them on the nose, pulling it back, hook them in the ear, 90-degree angle in that arm, parallel to the floor, hook, hook. Twisting on each of the hooks, front foot twists, back foot twists. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time, hands coming back to the chin, relax in between. So jab, cross, hook, hook, relax. Aiming for that face. Picture someone you don't like, punching them in the face each time. I always say that. I don't actually picture anyone. I just picture like a oval mannequin face. You all wanted to know that? So I picture kind of nobody but a face. Maybe I should start thinking of someone. There's nobody I really want to punch in the face. So Making sure you're taking a nice deep breath. Starting to feel it now through the body, getting warm, heart rate increasing, breathing increasing. But it's not maximum work. You still want to be working on that technique. Jab, cross, hook, hook. And if you need to relax out at any point, catch your breath or anything, always please do. And let's go into star jumps. Picking it up now, picking that heart rate up. And 5 squats. And then as soon as you've done those squats, back into the star jumps. Really get nice and warm. Get working tonight. It's got a lot colder where I am. So I'll stop us all getting cold. And 10 squats. And then I'll let you have a couple of nice deep breaths. We'll quickly stretch our legs out a little bit because we're going to be doing some axe kicks tonight or today, whenever you watch this back, if you're watching the recording. Right, so grab a space. Well, you've got a space. Or grab a quick drink if you need one. Move my mat over. Fix it. And then nice deep breaths. Starting to recover that breathing slightly, the heart rate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start by gently swinging our back leg up to a height that's comfortable for you. So if that's here, that's fine. All the way up, but don't go too high. Just allow it to swing up and then back down. So we're going to do one leg a good few times, so we're warming up through that hamstring, because when we turn it into a kick, we don't want to hurt ourselves. So don't push it. Really do go what's comfortable for you. You'll notice I can go higher in this leg. But now we're going to switch. So we're going to switch stances and we're going to go with our other leg. So ease into it. Start low because this leg needs to warm up gently. Just swinging it up, bringing it back behind. And then we're going to turn it into a kick in a moment. So walk your feet out slightly. And then from here, we're going to fold in half. So keeping our back straight, pointing our bum out behind us, straight down the legs, hands towards the floor. If you can put your hands on the floor, great. If not, just hold your elbows and relax in this position. Someone's knocking on the door. And then walk over to your right foot. Keeping those legs nice and straight. And then over to the left foot. And then breathing into that stretch. So on the exhale, maybe you can get slightly further down. We're going to go back to the middle. Trying to get a little bit closer towards the floor, but not pushing it. And then walk your feet in slightly. Sink down into that squat. And then from here, do 5 little bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then gently push your knees out slightly with your elbows if this is comfortable for you. Opening up through those hips, trying to get that bum down towards the floor. And then carefully come back up. Give your legs a quick shake. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe out, relax those shoulders, and then into your stance. And so then what we're going to do is bring the camera down. so slightly. We're going to do an axe kick. An axe kick comes diagonally across the body, up the middle, and if it was on an opponent, a person, you're aiming to hit them on the nose or the chest. So it comes up, like so, and down the middle. Can't demonstrate it slowly because you bring it all the way up and then down, and it hits down. So we're just going to practice that. Again, don't worry about the height. So slowly from behind, it comes across your body diagonally, and using the momentum of the swing to bring it up and then down. Doesn't matter about the height. If it's here, that's fine. It's just getting used to that. It's quite a nice movement on the hip because you're swinging it and you're opening it out. And then as the flexibility increases, you go all the way up. This is one of my favorite kicks, but we're just getting used to that motion with that leg coming across our body. So we're going towards the left with our right leg. And then when it gets up, we bring it to the middle and back down. You can land it in front. So if you come across and you land it in front, then you bring it back behind. It's just getting used to that. It doesn't matter about how high it is. If it's here, and that's the motion across and down. And then as you can swing it up higher, you just see how everyone's doing. From here, it looks like everybody's doing really well. Nice, Marie, that looks great. Everyone's got it, and Eileen. I know Mum can do this. Wow, everybody's super flexible. Even Freddie. Even Freddie's kicking people in the chest. Right, so now we're gonna add it onto our front kick. So recapping the front kick, our back knee comes up, we pull our toes back towards us and we strike forwards, and then we bring it back behind. So we're gonna do this one first, kick and back. So we'll just practice it on its own a couple of times. Feel free to be nice and light on your toes in between, and then when you're ready, front kick, back behind. So we're just practicing that, striking with the ball of the foot and back, pushing those hips through. So as it comes up, knee comes up, toes come back, and kick and back. Core engaged, pushing in the hips. If I had my belly scarf on, it would probably do a little jangle, maybe, I don't know. I forgot to get it. Again, you can vary the heights. If you're going low, it's better to go low, but with control. So bring that knee up and kick down, and then start to bring it up, depending on your flexibility and your control. Let's just do 3 more. So 1, relax, 2, relaxing in between, and 3. So now we're going to put them together. So there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either go front kick, back behind, then swing it up and round, back behind. Or if you fancy giving this a go, and it is quite difficult, but I do believe in you, you can bring it up and kick, keep the knee up, and then from here, bring it round. Again, it doesn't have to be that high, so you can kick lower, keep it lower, bring it round lower, or you can do kick, back, then from here, you've got more momentum, you can regain your balance, then you can throw that axe kick. So there's 2 options, either the 2 kicks, front kick, axe kick, or if you want to practice that control, that balance, you bring it through with the front kick, you keep the knee chambered, and then you bring it across and down the middle. So I'll leave it up to you as to which one you choose to practice, but it's that front kick and then that axe kick on the same leg, or if you want to work, you can also hold something. So if you've got a chair, there's my chair, and you want to practice the balance, you can also gently place your hand on that, just to get used to that movement of checking in, engaging that core from here and then going round and over. That can help, but it's no big deal. If you do it front kick, axe kick, landing it in between, that's absolutely fine too. Let me just see how everybody's looking. Nice, Eileen, it's looking good. And Freddie. Lovely. It's good to practice. This is a good one for practicing and building the balance, because you need good balance there in the middle. Engage that core. Imagine the head's being drawn up by a string. Right, let's just do 3 more. So in your own time, 3 more. Front kick, back behind, axe kick, or front kick, balance, front kick, axe kick. The key is not to kick too hard in the kick. So control it, then kick. And then when you've done the 3 more, let's do 10 lunges, 5 off each leg. So step forward with control, back, down with control. So 10 in total, and then grab a drink. And then grab a quick drink. We'll move my mat back over here. Oh. And then we're going to go back to punching, and we're going to do some uppercuts because we haven't done uppercuts yet. So in our space, a couple of nice deep breaths. And then when we're ready, back in our stance, on our toes, or stop being on your toes so you can think about the movement perhaps. We're gonna drop down in our legs ever so slightly. So we're not doing a full squat, but instead of doing it from here, where we'd be tempted to pull our hand away from our chin, we're gonna drop down slightly, so our back straight, and then we can drive up. So starting with the leg, we start with that twist coming up through the hip, through the core, and we punch up for the uppercut. So nice straight wrist, striking with the knuckles. So you drop down ever so slightly. I would often slip a punch. If a punch was coming at me, drop, drive up. That driving up generates the power, because the arm alone isn't very powerful. But if we load our legs slightly, small movement, drawing our shoulder back slightly as we do it, then we drive up with power. And you don't stop at the chin level, you drive through. So you're going all the way through. You don't stop here, you drive through and up. So drop slightly, uppercut and back. Driving that foot through that hip, through that core, through the chin, all the way up. And then you can relax in between. Once you've got that movement, pause, drop, uppercut, back, and relax. Nice. So let's do 5 more uppercuts. So let's go 1, relax, 2, making sure we're still really driving through, 3, back to your chin, straight after, 4, and last one, let's make it good, 5. And this time, we're gonna add our other one on. So it's our lead uppercut, normally. It's really hard to get any power from the front. So you could just knock someone's chin quickly or something. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive through with that rear uppercut, and that's brought our shoulder forwards. So then from here, we're gonna drop down slightly again, drive through with the other one. So it's the same motion, that nice straight wrist, driving through. Instead of doing it with our shoulder in front, we're bringing our rear shoulder forwards, pulling that back to drive through with our other one. So it's 1, 2. Dropping with those legs slightly in between. So in the beginning, drop slightly, drive up, drop slightly, drive up. Again, going through, so we're not stopping at the chin or the pad or whatever it is you're striking, you're going through. From the floor, from the foot, through the hip, all the way up. 1, 2. And then relax in between. Take a nice deep breath. Make sure your shoulders aren't too tense. 1, 2. Doesn't have to be a big movement in the legs, just a little to set it up. Twist, drop slightly, twist. Make sure you're twisting on those feet like you're squishing a bug. And then breathe. So uppercut, uppercut. And then we're going to add on to it. Let's just do 3 more. So 1, uppercut, uppercut, relax. 2, and 3. Right. So we're going to switch up a little bit now, because generally people don't double up the same side. They tend to go one side, then the other, then the other. We're going to double up the same side. So we're going to start with that rear uppercut, our right hand, if we're right-handed. If you're left-handed, the other way around, so it'll be your left. But for us right-handed people, most of us, we're going to drop down, we're going to throw that uppercut, and then we're going to pull it back to our chin, untwisting, then we're going to throw our cross. So instead of switching to the other side, it's 2 on the same side, both of our right hand. Uppercut, cross. And try not to leave your arm out there and try to throw another punch. As you throw that uppercut, pull it back, then go again. So I untwist my hip in between to help me with power. So it's dropping the legs slightly, uppercut, pull it back to my chin, drive in that cross. So we get 2 powerful punches in a row. So 1, 2. And our left hand doesn't move yet. And then take a breath in between, uppercut, cross, twisting on each, dropping ever so slightly, hand comes back to the chin, in between, then we'll be safe if they throw something back, uppercut, cross. Nice. Everybody looks like they've got powerful punches. What's the time? Great. So let's do 3 more. So 1, uppercut, cross, making sure we're still keeping that twist. 2, uppercut, cross, nice long straight cross. 1 more, under, through. And then, so after that cross, we've twisted that shoulder forwards, and we're going to go back into that lead uppercut. So we're going to drop down slightly. As we pull that cross back, we're going to uppercut up, then we're going to pull it back to our chin, and then we're going to go into that lead hook. So we lift that elbow up, twisting on that front foot, we hook round. So the whole thing together. Sorry. And my back. My dad just called me. He probably wants to know what's going on with my car. I'll ring him straight after. Right, so uppercut, cross, and as we pull that cross back, we drop in the legs ever so slightly, uppercut, hook. So 2 on the same side, 2 on the right, right uppercut, cross, left uppercut, left hook. Back to our chin and relax. Uppercut, cross, uppercut. How's everybody looking? He's probably getting furious that I'm not answering my phone. Nice. Right, let's do 3 more of these. So, uppercut, cross, uppercut, hook, relax in between, that was 1 and 2, uppercut, cross, uppercut, hook, and one more, make it the best one, uppercut, cross, uppercut, hook, relax, take a nice deep breath, and then we'll finish with 10 squats and 10 lunges. So let's get the legs working today. Nice strong legs. Keep that core engaged as well. Keep those shoulders relaxed. I tend to hold my hands up by my chin while I do it. It's a good habit to get into, but don't be tensing everything up. Still relax those shoulders. And then from here, alternating legs with control. For 10 in total. I won't be too mean. I was tempted to say 10 on each leg, but you've worked hard tonight. Or whatever time of day it is that you watch this back. And then we'll cool down. Grab a quick drink. Nice deep breath. And let's go over to our mat. Let's start with on our bums. One leg in, one leg out. As usual, one of the most common stretches. So roll those shoulders back, rotate round in the upper body, draw the toes back and fold from the hips. So try not to arch that back round too much. Try to open up in the chest still, even if you're reaching forwards towards your toes. If it's easy, you can pull your toes in. If not, relax here or apply gentle pressure from behind to push your chest down towards your thigh, knee, making sure you're not reaching around with one arm. That's cheating. We want our whole torso towards the leg, reaching forwards and over or relaxing. Thinking about that breath again, starting to draw that attention in. Feel that inhale, and then as you exhale, relax down through the body. And then come up, and then switch the legs over carefully. And then same thing, checking in with that form, roll those shoulders back and down, make sure they're not up. Rotate round towards that straight leg, forwards, folding at the waist, not rounding that back over, reaching towards those toes gently, relaxing on the shin, folding or applying gentle pressure from behind, working with that breath. So start to think about slowing that breathing down now. Nice deep inhale, and then on the exhale, just picture yourself relaxing through the back of the leg, all the way down, folding down closer to that leg. Believe you can do it, and you will, with practice. If it was all belief, I'd be doing the splits. And then come up, and then let's put our left leg back out straight, and our right leg over our left. Our right foot goes over our left, and then we're going to give it a hug with our left arm. So from front waist on, we're going over, we're giving it a hug. You might or might not be able to feel this around your bum, lower back, perhaps, depending on if you're tight. If you want to increase this stretch, you can put your elbow on the outside of your knee. So you're pushing your right knee towards the left, and then you're rotating over your right shoulder to look over behind you. So there's a rotation through the back. Don't worry if you can't do it though, if you're just relaxing here, hugging that knee, or rotating round. Focusing on that breath, back to the middle, So we're going to switch the legs over. We're going to put our left leg over our right, give it a hug with our right arm. Again, feeling that stretch sort of around the bum, underneath, if it's tight. Trying not to round over too much again, even though we're in this position, trying to open up through that chest. Always trying to open up through the shoulders, sitting up tall, core slightly engaged, feeling that breath. Working with the breath, not against it. And if it's comfortable, place that elbow on the outside to rotate round, looking over that shoulder. Or just hugging the leg, or whichever's comfortable for you. And then let's come up onto our knees. Just stretch out our hips slightly. Move that back a bit. So let's now up a bit. Bring our left leg up, walking it forwards to sink down, making sure our knee isn't going over our toes. So walk it forwards far enough that you can sink down into the stretch. And if that's comfortable, come to the inside of the leg. And you can curl those toes up and drive back all the way through the heel behind you, depending on what's comfortable for you and your hips. If you prefer to keep that knee on the floor, that's absolutely fine. I can still feel that stretch. But if you want to increase it slightly, driving that heel back behind, relaxing into it. So back to that breath, always back to that breath. And on the out breath, focus on that relaxation. Focus on sinking into that stretch slightly more. And then put that knee back on the floor if you are up on the toes. And then come back and straighten that front leg out. So toes pointed this time. Folding, again, folding at those hips. Down towards that leg. Down towards those toes. Depending on how flexible you are. Just taking these last couple of moments, as usual, to appreciate what your body's capable of, appreciate how far you've come already, how much your skill has improved with practice, and then slowly and carefully flex those toes up, increasing that stretch down the back of the legs. So from pointed, flex them up, increasing that stretch. Wants to be mildly uncomfortable, but not overly painful. You want to be able to feel the stretch, but relax into it. So when you first feel it, you're like, oh, that's tight. And then with the breath, focus on that relaxation, calming the mind, allowing the body, giving it the time and energy to develop, to progress towards your goals. And then come up carefully switch the legs over. Again, same thing. We're going to walk that leg out into this lunge so our knee doesn't go over our toes. So we can sink down, hands on the inside of the hip, the leg, and find a way that's comfortable for you to sink down into this stretch. Again, think about how much easier this is becoming since you first started. It still might not be comfortable, it still might be awkward, there still may be things that you're working towards, but appreciate what you can do. Appreciate that you are in this position. If it's comfortable, don't forget you can tuck those toes and drive into the full lunge, driving that heel back behind, but be careful not to hurt or push your body more than is comfortable. You want to feel it, but be able to relax. So with the breath, nice and slow now, nice and deep. And then carefully come back up, straightening out that front leg this time with the toes pointed. Can't quite see my toes. Toes pointed, folding at that hip, down towards the shin, the foot. Works the balance slightly too. Returning back to that breath. The last time, last stretch. Really focusing on everything that you've just achieved and also everything else that you want to achieve. Because see yourself able to do it in that time frame, working towards it, thinking about those goals, thinking about the effort that you're putting in to achieve those goals, to make it possible. And then flex your toes up slowly and carefully, increasing that stretch down the back of that leg. Think of that axe kick. This is what the leg does in the air. A simple stretch allows such a complicated move. And that is the same with everything in life. It's all the simple things that add up. The extra glass of water, the extra portion of vegetables. It all adds up to the complex thing that is our health. And that'll do us. On that happy note, with the extra glass of water and the extra portion of vegetables, the extra stretch for flexibility.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jess. I'll get my breath.
That was great, Jess.
How did you find the axe kicks?
Oh, that's a great kick. I'd love to be able to do it properly.
It's a good.
No,
It was great.
but it's like it says, it's just got to just keep going, keep doing it. You know, and
Thank you, Jessica. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Annie. Do you prefer Annie or Annie Law?
Just Anne.
Or
It's
Anne?
fine. Just call me Anne. Most people call me Anne, or I say it in English, Anne is fine.
Anne is fine. Okay. It's lovely to have you join us.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
See my Christmas tree, see what she's done?
Oh,
Pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think she did a good job while I'm stretching and jumping up and down.
She's stretching too.
But you're absolutely brilliant, Jess. That was fantastic.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
thank you.
You know, I've realised we've got 3 weeks left of our 8 weeks. So I'm going to make a commitment to everyone here that everyone on this little thing here now. I'm going to be doing Jess's workout every morning, or at least once a day. If I can't do it in the morning, we'll do it every day. Because I absolutely know. Because I'm one of those people. I have to wait right till the last moment to push myself. When I've got a deadline, I can do it, but I have to. When my back's against the wall, then.
You'll have to join my membership, Freddie. I've got a library of kickboxing workouts.
I'd love to see some. I was thinking that while I was doing. I'd love to see some of your fights as well. Have you got them on somewhere?
I've got my title fight on YouTube. I can share that.
That'd be great.
Good
You watched James, did you? You watched the guy I worked with the other night, didn't you? James Thompson.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
See his ear before he even
With his
started.
ear, yeah.
His ear went in the end. That's what lost in that fight.
Yeah, no, that looked horrible.
And he was going to fight him again, and Kimbo Slice had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
He was going to fight him at the O2, and that was, the last time I spoke to James, that's what was going to happen. The guy died in Spain. So yeah, I mean, he's a monster of a guy, that James.
It's a year ago today that I won my second title fight.
Yeah.
So, my champion anniversary.
What a way to celebrate. A bunch of fit people like us. What a way to celebrate. Great.
Yeah.
I'm not that fit anymore either. I'm definitely not fighting fit in terms of
I know I keep saying it, Jess, but I'm so pleased and so grateful you've done this for this group.
I've loved it. I love doing it. I really do. Of all the things I want to do in my life, I still love teaching kickboxing.
Well, I think it's a great thing.
It's a lot of fun.
If I am going to do that every morning, and you're going to see a difference in me, because especially once I get a few of these kind of combinations down, and just do like the 11 move one we did last week, this one we did this week, with some stretching and the other stuff that I do. But it's been, like you say, it's been consistent.
Yeah.
To do it as well, isn't it? It's satisfying to do it as well. To, like you say, and if you practice and you get better.
No, I mean, I haven't, you know, I'm really, well, because I'm old, but I'm really not that flexible, but I'm definitely getting better.
Yeah.
And what I have noticed is my balance is better.
Yes.
When I first started trying to do these moves, when we first started off, I just couldn't even do one. I'd fall over.
Yeah.
But my balance is definitely getting better, so that's great.
Yeah, he's good. Definitely.
And that axe kick for your stomach muscles is a great stomach muscle.
It's good for everything. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate it. It's great. Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed
You,
it.
it was wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you for coming along.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica.
I know someone said about public speaking. I might do that tonight as part of what we're going to do for everything else. But I've got some ideas for this week, just about being self-reliant, and that's something, you know, in as much as we don't need. It's like we can appreciate love, we can appreciate admiration, appreciate it, but we don't. But we need to get past needing it, and that's coming from a personal point of view. Someone pointed out last week. They said to me, you know, the energy in one of my things was different, and I asked why. She said, I can't tell you why, but you will know if you look at it again. And I asked the question because I always do. People, because we all need someone who cares enough to hold a mirror up for us and say, look, look, you know, because most of us don't have it, and especially like someone like myself, who I get lots of praise, but you know, you need somebody who cares enough to say, have a look at this, have a look at this again. And I realised that I need admiration and what's the other word I was thinking of, where I need to know that I'm doing okay. And I like, you know, that, but I don't want to need it. It's nice to have it, but I don't feel that I need that, if you understand what I mean.
That's a big difference.
I mean, it's not acknowledgement, it was
Validated.
Yeah, validation.
a word in a minute. But anyway, as I said, so I did the thing that I've been teaching everyone. I like, you know, just ask the question, when did I make that decision that I needed that? And it's amazing when you do that. You just go to different, you're not expecting, you just go to different places in your life when that's occurred. When you know, it goes right back to when I was a kid, and then it goes to someone when I was a teenager, but you don't know, it goes randomly to times when that's been a problem. So I've been working on it myself over the weekend. I think it's something we can all do, because otherwise, I've had a few people say, you know, I'm dreading when this 8 weeks is over because, you know, I need this. And what I want everyone to do is not to feel they need this, to appreciate the fact we're all working together and helping each other. But the problem with needing something, when it's gone, what do you do then? So,
There is a human need for community, though, community connection, because there's that ingrained need in us to be part of a tribe and to be part of something bigger than ourselves. So although you don't want to need it, people perform better, like going to the gym or having a club, having those diet groups where they are part of a group. It's that being part of something that people thrive on.
yeah, it's just trying to find that line between,
Without having to need to do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I want everybody to understand. I've been doing it all the last. You've heard the you know, the ones I'm doing. It's about self-appreciation, self-love, and knowing that we're good enough and we're a whole being. All the time, you know, it's nice to have love, but to need it, or you know, to say I need that person for me to feel complete, or I need that person to be happy, there's a problem. And so it's just about finding that balance, really, if you understand what I'm saying.
Totally.
Yeah, try and work. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to try and get everyone to get into that space where you're doing it because of self-love as much as anything else. This definitely is, for me, this group is definitely helping me, because, you know, on those days when you think I don't want to do anything, you're thinking everyone else is, like I said the other day, everyone got 300 people all marching together now. And I kind of feel that. And you think, you know, if I stop, you know, it's going to get trampled. Or, you know, I know what you're saying, Jess, that that whole tribe thing, that whole community thing,
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
help us all along. And I think this is a great community we've kind of built here. And it's kind of been fantastic. I still think it is. And as I said, maybe we'll get to the end of 8 weeks and then we'll think, let's set ourselves a summer goal. Something we want to achieve by the summer. So we can all stay together, keep working together, and keep this thing going. But we'll see. But
The other thing that most things don't cover is that once you achieve the goal, you need to maintain it, and you need to, like we've done, the thing that this community sets us apart that most don't is that we're not just trying to achieve a goal, it's a change in state of being. It's higher than just a goal. It's something that we all like being part of, hence everybody contributes, everybody gets involved, everybody appreciates it. Like you identified that you like that appreciation, and people do from their heart appreciate it.
The word I was looking for was approval. Approval and admiration. And I realised that that's a problem for me. But, and if you feel you need something like that, because without even knowing it, and this person said, well, maybe you're making people dependent on you, and do you know you're doing that? And I haven't done it. I haven't done that consciously. But if that is the case, then I need to kind of step back from that. And
I don't think you are. I don't get that impression at all.
I don't think so either.
Impression that you're building people up with the tools to the point where they don't need you anymore. But because you've done that with such a genuine respect, and people will want to. So in my mind, going back to the tribe and leader analogy, you're becoming that leader, but not because you're saying this is my way, this is what you're doing, but because you give the opportunity for people to grow and expand in the ways that suit them, they automatically want to be led by you. It's kind of the reversal of this is my way. It's actually I'm allowing you to grow and develop, but because of that, people respect that, and they want that, and they want to continue to be part of that.
Yeah, well,
I think as well as a lot of times as well as Freddie's doing that many different types of talks, it's hitting different people. People, as everybody's grown, it's actually it's like new vertebrae. It's giving people a backbone type thingy, kind of get stronger and more powerful, and that's how I think on it. Also, that people are actually getting a backbone and they can build on their life.
The group itself is greater than the sum of the parts.
Yes.
Individually we can do things, but when we're working together and we're all got different ideas, people putting ideas for food on there and things like that, and we got Mandel speaking about fasting. We've got this guy Nicholas Spon doing it. Jess, you're going to do something next week. We've got Diana Wheatley's going to do EFT as well next week. So there's still people I can talk into doing work for us. But I just think it's a nice thing that everyone's doing. But as I said, it just every now and again we do need someone to hold the mirror up and say, have a look. And it just occurred to me that maybe without knowing it, I've needed that. And so I'm kind of stepping back. I still want to be able to inspire like you do, Jess. That's partly why my reasoning for getting my body as good as it can be. It's okay if you're 28, I know you are 28, to say, look what I can achieve. But 68 is quite different. So, and that's what I like about this group. We've got all ages, we've got all different shapes from all different backgrounds. It's not like everyone's a fitness fanatic. And what people have been saying to me is what they've realised is that they've kind of looked at it as a way to lose weight. But then they found that's become secondary now. The weight's coming off them, but that's not what they're getting from this journey.
Exactly.
That's what I think, and that's really nice to know.
For me, it's the being part of the community. It's the having other people around you, whatever their goals are. It doesn't matter. You have your unique goals. We each have our unique goals, but it's that being part of something that so many other people are part of too, and we're doing it together. Because it's lonely doing it alone, and it is easy to not be motivated. It's easy to give up on that goal. With all the willpower in the world, there'll come that day where you think, I can't be bothered today. But if you're part of something bigger and there's other people, like you said, you're not going to let 300 people down. I said it to Mum earlier. I was like, I'm going to have to cancel the kickboxing. Oh no, I don't want to let people down, but I just need to get home and I need to do this. And then in the end, I managed to get back. I managed to get here. And it's that sense of achievement, because it's not just for me. If I do it, it doesn't really affect me if I did this or not tonight. But it's how many people would I have let down by not doing it that motivated me to actually get on there and go and do it.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's powerful.
I have to have a goal. I have to have a goal, and it has to be kind of pressurized. That's why this first 5 weeks have kind of gone by. I've been eating properly. I've been exercising all the time, but now I'm 3 weeks away from where I decided I wanted to be 8 weeks ago. So now it's kind of pressure's on to get there. And then I can do it. If I'm under pressure, I can do it.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I fight, because there's no bigger pressure to get fit than knowing someone's going to try and knock you out. I've yet to find anything else that motivates me like that.
I mean, I'm pleased you're all on it. I'm pleased you're all showing up. Keep going. And hopefully, as I said, at the end of the 8 weeks, it'll be New Year.
Nope.
And then we can look to where we want to be, maybe the summer, when we're out of COVID. Have a COVID goal, out of COVID goal, where we can all meet up. That would be a phenomenal thing to do, wouldn't it? You know, have a meeting somewhere, wherever it might be, where the whole group can get together. That would be pretty incredible. It's a dream, but who knows? It might come true.
The group's growing as well. Every day the group's getting bigger. How many of us is it going to be?
Well, yeah, it's just crazy. But the more people get in it, the more people talk about it, and people are talking about it in such a great way.
I talk about it every day, I think. I talk about your group a lot more than I talk about my own group. I do this and I think I should talk about my own group, really. The things that I do. And I'm like, no, I like Freddie's group more. No offense to my
One of the things that I'm really pleased with is people get in contact with me, and then through me they find other people. I don't know how you found Laurie, whether it's through me or not, but you found Laurie found you. We now got Marina doing a podcast with Laurie. Nicholas Spohn, who I met when I was in Toronto. I met in Las Vegas. I introduced him to Laurie. He's doing stuff. So we're all kind of, it's kind of osmosis, I think it's called, where something just grows automatically and organically. And there's some great people, and I'd like to think some of them come together because of me. But we know that's the joy of this. And people who are doing presentations for us, you know, it's great. You've got an opportunity to present and try something new in front of a load of friends. If you've got an idea for a presentation, your TED talk, or whatever you're going to do, Jess, eventually, you can think, okay, well, let's practice with this group. And all that's good. That's all good stuff. But thanks again. I'm going to go and grab something to eat.
Yeah, have a lovely dinner.
All right. And
Thank you, Jess.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
See you tonight. Bye.
Bye-bye.